Tēnā koutou katoa. This month, September, marks the Mental Health Awareness Week that the Mental Health Foundation in New Zealand run, and it's something we talk about a lot, our health, our mental health, and it's something that I've been doing a lot of work with the Thrive workshops and the Thrive content I've been pulling together, and I thought it was a perfect opportunity to do a bit of a challenge, because we're all looking to thrive at life as opposed to just survive and get through it, and yet so many of us struggle with our well-being, our wellness, particularly our mental health. And so the theme for this year's Mental Health Awareness Week is exploring your way to well-being. And that's what we want to look at. This challenge here, this 5-day challenge, is going to give you 5 tips, tricks, techniques, some focus areas that help us thrive at life. Because here's the thing, we are all so busy. A lot of people talk about how overwhelmed they feel, how chaotic life is, how stressed we are, and how we're just struggling to balance everything. It's something that so many of us identify with, and I think in this world of having it all, we've probably gotten ourselves to a point where we're trying to have too much. So how do we balance, but how do we still make sure we are having enough of life and doing the things that we want and striving, but not burning out in the process? So that's what this 5-day challenge is going to help you with. So tips and tricks direct to your inbox. There's a free webinar as well, closer to the end of the month. So it's a really an exciting time to pull together all this stuff, which I hope will help you improve your well-being. Now, one of the things that struck me when I was looking through the Mental Health Foundation's resources in this space was the Māori model for well-being. And it's called Te Whare Tapawhā. And it's based on a wharenui, a meeting house. So if you look at a house being your well-being, the way that you thrive at life, it has 4 walls. And those 4 walls are critical in terms of our balance for enabling us to thrive at life, for enabling us to have good well-being. And those 4 walls are our spiritual well-being, our mental and emotional well-being, our physical well-being, and then our family and social well-being. So when you look at those 4 aspects of your life, where are you thriving, and where maybe do we need to spend some more attention? Because like a house, if we've got those 4 walls strong, the roof will be strong, the house will be strong, and our well-being will be strong too. We are all so busy in our modern world. If you ask anybody, how's your day been? The response you're likely to get is busy. In fact, I did a survey a few months ago, and I asked you to describe your life in 1 word. Most people, in fact more than 50%, said busy or some close descriptive of busy. Crazy, full, chaotic. We're all busy, and yet we know we're suffering from stress, anxiety, burnout, busy related diseases, if you like. And yet we wear busy like a badge of honor. We're attached to our busy. In our society, we've been conditioned to think of busy as successful, productive, valued, needed. If I'm busy, people are relying on me doing stuff. And also if I'm busy, it's distracting me from any problems I might have or anything else in my life I should be dealing with. So busy has become fashionable, yet busy has also contributed to a decline in our mental health. And this feeling like we're overwhelmed, there's too much on, and we don't have time for the things that matter, and we don't have time for the basics around keeping ourselves well a lot of the time. But here's the thing, our attachment to busy drives us into a place where we deprioritize things like rest, like ourselves, like downtime, like our health and well-being, and the simple things. So over the course of this Thrive Challenge, we're going to look at how we can unpick that and how we can start weaving some more of that into our life whilst making time in our schedule. Because let's face it, if we're busy, we don't want to be doing any more stuff. We've got a full schedule. So I'll talk about this concept of slowing down to speed up that I include in a lot of my workshops that helps us find more time, and therefore time to devote to the things that matter, and how when we build our foundation that helps us balance the busy, we overcome overwhelm in the process. So as part of this challenge over the next 5 days, we're going to look at things like resilience, why do we need it, how do we build it, self-care, how do we make time for self-care in a life that is so busy, and how can we reprioritize ourselves without feeling guilty or selfish to make sure that we're building our resilience. We'll also look at mindset, mindfulness, how do we keep a clear, calm mind and remain calm amid the chaos. So we'll look at how we balance our busyness, how we overcome overwhelm, and all these tips that you'll get over the next week will help you thrive at life.